Hey guys, welcome back to school. Today is Monday, the 30th of March in the year 2020, and we're going to start our notes today. We are starting section 8.3 called Multiplying Polynomials. Okay, and in parentheses, we're going to be using the distributive property. So I put that in parentheses over here. We've already been looking at polynomials for a while. I'm going to just review here. Polynomial is something that has, multiple terms, right? So we looked at binomials, monomials, trinomials. It's just something that has multiple terms. So before, we multiplied like a monomial, one term, with a trinomial, something that has two terms, or three terms, something like this. And we just use the distributive property to multiply the outside by each thing on the inside. This is kind of like that, except we're going to be multiplying, example 1, two binomials. Okay, two binomials. And just to review, bi means two. So binomial is something that has two terms. We have part A and part B to this. Part A, our two binomials, are 2x plus 3 and x plus 5 here. Alrighty, so what we're going to do is I'm going to take my colors. This one's going to be blue, this one's going to be green. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute. Just like I did before in the previous section, I'm going to distribute the 2x to this whole thing. Then I'm going to distribute the 3 to this whole thing. Okay, I'll show you one step at a time. First, I'm going to take my blue, and I'm going to say 2x times x is 2x squared. And then 2x times 5 is 10x. Then I do the same thing with the 3. Take my green, I go 3 times x, 3x, and 3 times 5, 15. Okay, now let's look at this. Is there anything in here that we can combine together? Yes, I have two just plain x terms here. So I'm going to combine those. The 2x squared just comes down. 10 plus 3 is 13x, and then a 15. And that is our final answer. Let's try this one more time. Here, our next pair of binomials is x minus 2 and 3x plus 4. Once again, my x is going to be in blue. My negative 2 is going to be in green. Don't forget this is a negative 2. The negative has to go with the 2. Let's start with our blue x. X times 3x. 3x squared. X times 4 is 4x. Okay, then we do the negative 2. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6x. Negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. Alright, can we combine anything? Yes, these two middle ones. Most of the time, if not all the time, you're going to be combining your middle two terms. So our 3x squared just comes down. We have 4x minus 6x is negative 2x, and then we have a minus 8. And that's it. That's how we multiply two binomials. Okay, but what if we have not two binomials? Let's go to example 2. What if we have a couple of polynomials? Okay, for example, we have part A again. What if we have 6x plus 5, a binomial, times a trinomial? 2x squared minus 3x minus 5. Okay, let's do this one. Again, I have blue and I have green. Let's start with the blue, and we're going to take the 6x to everything over here. Each thing. First, let's take it to the 2x squared. 6x and 2x squared. Multiply the coefficients to be 12. And then add the exponents. I have x to the third. Okay, now let's take the 6x to the negative 3x. 6 times negative 3 is negative 18, and we have 2 x's there, so x squared. Last but not least, 6x goes to the negative 15, and 6 times 5 is 30, so we have a negative 30x. That's with the 6x. Now let's do it with the 5. With the 5, I'm going to go under. 5 times 2 is 10x squared. 5 times negative 3x is 5 times 3, negative 15x. And 5 times negative 5 is negative 25. Okay, here we're going to combine our like terms, but we have to remember to write our final answer in standard form. We love it. What is standard form again? It is when you write in decreasing order of exponents. So we'll start with the 3, go to 2, go to 1, and then go to 0. So let's combine what we have. We have an x squared here, and we have just a regular x here. So let's write our 12x cubed first. Then we do our x squareds. We have an 18x squared and a 10x squared. Negative 18, sorry. And a positive 10 is a negative 8x squared. Then our double underlines here, we have negative 30 minus 15, so negative 30, and you're going down 15 more. That's a negative 45x. And finally, our negative 25 just slides on down. And that's our answer. Let's do one more example for this, part B. Okay, this time we're going to have a trinomial times a trinomial. 2y squared plus 3y minus 1 and 3y squared minus 5y plus 2. Okay, we have a trinomial times a trinomial. This one's going to be blue, this one's going to be green, and this one's going to be orange. We always start with our blue. It's the same thing we have been doing. We just multiply it by everything. First goes to here. 2 times 3, 6. We have y squared and y squared, y to the 4th. Next term goes to this. So 2 times negative 5, negative 10. Y, we have a squared and a just to the first power. So that's cubed. And last, it goes to the positive 2. So we just have 2 times 2 is 4, y squared. Okay, next let's use the green, the 3y. So we have 3y times 3y squared. 3 times 3 is 9, and we have 3 y's total. So y cubed. Then it goes to the middle. 3 times negative 5, negative 15. Y times y is y squared. And last, the 3y goes to the 2. 3 times 2 is 6y. Okay, we're not done yet. We have one more, this negative 1 right here. So negative 1 times 3y squared is negative 3y squared. We're just going to change all the signs. Negative 1 times negative 5 is positive 5y squared. And negative 1 times positive 2 is negative 2. Alright, so that's really long. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to combine them again. But always remember to write it in standard form. So let's see. We have a cubed here and a cubed here. Any more cubes? No. Oh, I don't think this is supposed to have. Okay. Then we have our squareds. So we have a squared here. We have a squared here. And we have a squared here. We have 3 of those. Then our regular y's right here and right here. Sorry, that's supposed to be a regular y. I had to change that. My fault. Okay, so 6y to the 4th just stays the same. Let's do our cubes. We have negative 10 and 9. So negative 10 plus 9 is negative 1, so just negative y cubed. If you want to mark them off as you go, you can do that. Okay, then we have our squareds. We have a 4, a negative 15, and a negative 3. Add it up together, that equals negative 14 y squared, so those are gone. Then we have our regular y's. 6 plus 5 is 11 y. And last but not least, we have our little negative 2. Oh, okay, so that is our final answer. That one was really long, but you hung in there. Okay, so that's it for our notes. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some practice problems here for you so that you can continue to practice. Okay, so number 1 is x plus 3 and x minus 4. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the answer. Okay, these are optional. You don't have to do this. I would encourage you to. But if you just want to do some extra practice, you can do that, and I'm going to give you the answer so that you can check your work. Next, we have 2y minus 5 times y minus 6. And our answer for that. And number 3 is 3x minus 5 times the trinomial 2x squared plus 7x minus 8. And that answer is 6x cubed plus. Okay, so there are your practice problems. I would highly encourage you to do those for extra practice. But other than that, these are the notes for today. I just want you to copy those down into your notebook and try these extra practice problems for me if you will. You guys have a great day, and I will talk to you later.